I got to a point where I was sparring people on a regular basis, and I'd go to different, martial art gyms or taekwondo schools or different places, and really had no problem with, black belts. And everybody asked me what belt I was, and I didn't have a belt. I just, trained in kickboxing, but what I found is that, when I would hit these people hard, they weren't used to it. And as soon as they got hit hard, they would start to cover or they'd start to cringe. And, then I was able to do what I wanted, with them. So, I enjoyed, learning that kickboxing. And I also felt that it was important to get a black belt then, because every time I'd go spar somebody, like I said, back then, belts really were important. And it was very, very hard to get a black belt back then too. It got commercialized, I think, in the 90s more. But back in the 80s, if you had a black belt, that was pretty prestigious,
When you didn't have a black belt and you were training with these people or sparring with them and they're like, oh, he doesn't have a black belt, because like you're saying, you needed to have that black belt to have that status, right? And
right.
If you started sparring with someone, they're like, did you shock a lot of people? They're like, okay, this guy's not a black belt. And then all of a sudden.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people thought I was, like a bully or rude, but the thing is that that's the way we trained,
Right.
I mean, my light contact might be somebody else's hard contact, so even though you're kind of hitting these guys lightly, they weren't used to getting hit like that. The other thing too is like, I wasn't very fast. I was kind of a big lumbering guy, so, the type of fighting that was back then was tournament fighting, was point fighting. I tried to do it. I enjoyed it. But, I'd fight guys that were taller, longer, faster. They'd score a point on me, and I'd be like losing my mind because I couldn't hit them back.
Right.
It was a very hard thing to overcome because, when you hit me, I might have to take a shot or two to get close to you.